How about you? Nice hat, t-shirt. What can I get you? Large?
Let's go! Swing it for the Celtics! Wipe them up, Boston!
Sit with the Cuckoo Man. Best t-shirt on Causeway Street.
If t-shirt sales were any indication, basketball fans were in for a windfall profit during the finals. Pent-up rematch excitement could no longer be contained, bursting forth with Boston fans marketing their opinions and offering visitors like Jack Nicholson a new wardrobe. Yet beneath the pregame pleasantries was the cold steel pulse of the Celtic diehards. They just didn't sit in the Boston Garden. They manned battle stations, psyching themselves for the opening tip-off. Boston's Back Bay braggadocio was worlds apart from Los Angeles' elan. Stylish Laker fans approach a home game with a sense of fashion, savoring it as if it were a prize-winning Beaujolais instead of a discount brew. For storylines past and present, the final game in Los Angeles had to be the Lakers. LA knew that no one man could dominate play, that winning depended on the solidarity of a cohesive unit. The mixture of great talent has always been the foundation of the Lakers' success. But winning in the clutch takes more than that. These superb parts had to mesh as one perfect machine. Like all machines, the Lakers needed a pump to get them going. That responsibility belonged to Kurt Rambis, a human battering ram, Pat Riley's catalyst.
I've always felt that players like Kurt that might not be blessed with all the natural abilities, but as Bill Russell once said, he's always felt that hustle was the extreme talent, and that's what Kurt gives us.
In many ways, Kurt Rambis is a Rambo in high tops, an unheralded star willing to sacrifice himself for the cause. Like the screen hero, the Celtics always knew he was coming to get him. Rambis's efforts gave Boston plenty of headaches. Teammate James Worthy made them go bleary-eyed. Every time the Celtics looked around, there was James Worthy ready to fill the hoop with thunder. Like Kevin McHale, it had taken a few years for Worthy to gain superstar status. He has redefined the power forward position by blending a strong, wiry frame with explosive speed. Worthy proved to be too much too often for the Celtics as he coasted to 19 first-half points. The Lakers' front line paced Los Angeles to a 64-51 halftime lead, and in the third period, everything was going the Lakers' way. Boston couldn't get a break, and matters were compounded when a technical was called on Casey Jones. Jones walked onto the court to dispute the call with referee Darryl Garrettson. His protest incited a second technical and a game ejection, leaving Boston 17 points in the hole and without their head coach. The genius of Red Auerbach may have been behind Jones's stormy exit, a tactic Auerbach often used to fire up his squad. It was an old trick for new dogs as the Celtics started a long march back into contention. Kareem had great success with 26 points in 3 periods, but in the final phase, his teammates looked to him too often, rendering Kareem helpless to Boston's collapsing defense. The entire Laker machine was beginning to stall, a dangerous omen whenever Larry Bird begins to pour it on. Boston trimmed the Lakers' lead to 12, 10, 8 points as the Celtics' footsteps were getting a bit too loud for the Lakers. Pat Riley had seen enough as Boston pulled to within 4 points. It was time for an overhaul, and Riley reminded his men of the urgency to win at home, a goal only accessible by total team play. The Lakers made their adjustments, with Kareem kicking the ball out to open teammates. The Lakers were again turbocharged, and it was Magic Johnson who kicked it into high gear. Johnson wound up with 26 picture-perfect points and 17 assists, making more amends for last year's tough sledding. 4 points were as close as Boston would get, and their hopes were finally extinguished when the Laker trio of Johnson, Worthy, and Abdul-Jabbar topped off their 95-point combined effort. There were no buzzer beaters, no green and white euphoria, as the Lakers turned back the Celtics' determined challenge. Their 120-111 win put Los Angeles just one step away from the team's season-long quest. Departing L.A., the Lakers still had a big task: to pull out one of two games at the Boston Garden. Talk on the street made that seem unlikely.
We'll give you a prediction. We'll give you today's game to the Celtics and the seventh game to the Celtics, too. When does L.A. beat them? 8 in a row?
There are certain things in sports you never go against, and one of them is the Boston Celtics and Boston Garden.
It's all because of the parquet, nothing else.
The Celtic myth translated clearly in any language.
I Celtics sono numero uno.
And a very pleasant good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen, from the Boston Garden, where the Los Angeles Lakers hope to achieve something they have never done. The Los Angeles Lakers, by winning 2 of 3 at home in the new format of the NBA, have achieved a 3-2 advantage. They want to stifle the Celtics here today and be crowned the 1985 world champions. The NBA title is on the line at Boston Garden. I'm Chick Hearn, and we hope that you will enjoy it.
Despite having a win in hand, the Lakers were underdogs. Boston's unfriendly parquet was a graveyard to every team that tried to wrestle a championship from the home court Celtics, and fans look forward to another death walk. The ghosts of Celtics past failed to rattle Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who looked to take the title torch away from another number 33, Larry Bird. But Boston looked exceptionally loose, even nonchalant, knowing they still had breath in their championship lie. Los Angeles moved out to a 10-point lead, and Riley screamed to maintain the winning edge. The Lakers kept pouring it on, and in turn, the Celtics kept spilling their guts. The leprechaun charm of the Boston Garden now seemed as thin as the Celtic hands were heavy. Yet Boston remained within striking distance, and Larry Bird sought to keep the Celtic mystique alive. As they had done throughout the series, Boston mounted another fourth-period comeback. Bird's efforts were accompanied by Kevin McHale, who used up all his fouls before nodding out with a 32-point, 16-rebound day. Laker hearts were sinking as Boston showed a reservoir of confidence. The world champions were backing the Lakers into a corner with enough momentum to carry them to a 7th game. Los Angeles badly needed to regroup. Overhead, the championship banners of Russell, Cousy, and Havlicek recited a silent incantation, reminding the Lakers that no one takes away the title when it's played on the parquet. But with the championship within reach, Kareem and the Lakers turned a deaf ear on the Celtics' haunting refrain. Behind Kareem, the Lakers engineered a final scoring burst to put Boston's series dreams to rest. The Celtics watched in quiet sorrow as the Lakers neared their championship. Kevin McHale looked on helplessly as Kareem solidified his claim as the series' most valuable player. It was observed that only a true team of destiny would destroy the Celtic jinx and win the title in Boston. The 1984-85 Los Angeles Lakers were just that. With time elapsing, Boston saw its season fading, and fittingly, Kareem turned out the lights. The Los Angeles Lakers had finally achieved their impossible dream. After 8 disappointments, the Lakers could finally hold their heads victorious over the Celtics. They did it in 6 games, and of all places, in Boston Garden. The losing Celtics watched with exasperation, reliving the wonderful moment that was theirs just a year ago. It was the greatest of the Lakers' 9 NBA championships. For Wilt, Elgin, Jerry, and everyone who wore a purple and gold uniform, this was a fulfillment of a promise and a return to glory.